Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Navadine here. If you're new, come one, come all. And if you're a long-time subscriber, you know I love you like cook food. So let's get into the video. As you can hear, my voice is a little low. It's giving bass. It is now 4:45 a.m. and I'm just coming in, guys, and I decided, you know what? I have my makeup on still. It still looks cute. Let's just film this video. So I don't know if it's based on the place that I live, but I find that people in the Caribbean are a little stingy with their compliments, or is it that they don't think all the fragrances that I thought smelled nice living in the UK, maybe they just don't think it smells nice here, or they're just not used to it. I don't know. I don't be getting compliments that much. So having said that, the ones that I have gotten compliments on, I get compliments on every time I wear it. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna film a video with those. These are not new perfumes or anything. You've heard about a lot of these already, but these are perfumes that every time I wear them, I get compliments, whether it's in the UK, whether it's abroad, like every time I wear them. So I just wanna talk about them. I'm not in a place where I'm buying new fragrances or have access to all the fragrances. So you can just hear what I have to say about the ones that I already have. Okay, we're gonna talk about one that I don't think has gotten much love on my channel. I think I've spoken about it once when I purchased it, and I showed you guys when I purchased it, and then I never spoke about it again. But I've been loving on this fragrance, and this is the Billie Eilish. Looks like that, and as you can see, that's how much of my... Well, damn, not even, I knew that that's how much I had. I thought I had about half of this left. So you try and tell me that I'm gonna have to repurchase this too. Like, there are too many fragrances that I need to re-up on. I wore this traveling the other day, and the guy at TSA, I heard him say it the first time, but I kind of just ignored it because it's like he said it kind of shy. He first said, oh, that smells like vanilla. So he didn't really give me a compliment at first. It was just, that smells like vanilla. And then he was packing the suitcases and everything. So I didn't say anything. He looked up at me and then he goes, that smells really nice. Are you wearing a vanilla perfume? And I said, yeah, I am. I wore this again. And someone at work said to me, oh, you smell really nice. You smell like vanilla. And I've worn vanilla fragrances before, but I never get asked, am I wearing vanilla? And someone actually said to me once, you smell so nice. You always smell like vanilla. It's as though they thought that that's what I naturally smelled like, but I knew the real deal. It's definitely an easy reach, but I find that I can also mix this with other fragrances. It does come off like a spicy vanilla, and then who doesn't like a nice bottle, right? So that's one. The other fragrance that I always get compliments on is my Scandal. This one stopped getting a lot of love, and I started wearing it here and there the past month or so. Oh, it smells so good. This is honey in a bottle. It is a honey forward fragrance, but just for those who don't know a lot of notes and they don't understand florals and all that, this is exactly what honey tastes like to you, bottled in a fragrance. I actually wore this to work, and I walked in and I heard someone saying, somebody smells good. This one was a female though. I didn't say anything because I'm not gonna be so vain to think every time someone says someone smells nice, it's me. And then I'm gonna go, oh, is it me? And they're gonna smell me and say, no. So I left, and then I walked back again. And then she said, oh, it's you. What are you wearing? Your fragrance smells so nice. And honey is that kind of sweetness that because it doesn't have, it's not fruits where it has that bright freshness or that playful sweetness. And honey is a very sweet but plain sweetness, if that makes sense. So sometimes it's not necessarily the fragrance that I reach for, but I do think that this is a really, really nice fragrance, and I do get compliments when I've worn this fragrance. So this one as well, Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper by Kayali, is one that I get compliments on every time. I had to fight myself not to wear it tonight. This is a spicy rose but sweet and powdery. This is so nice. I wasn't sure whether the new rose food bumped this out of the way, but it definitely has. And this is also one that I influenced my friend to wear. It's just nice. It really envelops me. I do feel like I'm in my own bubble when I go out, and I love this. I feel very girly with this perfume, and it's sexy as well. And I get compliments from both female and male when I wear this as well. The newest one, guys, that has been driving everybody wild is Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. I finally got my 50 ml, and guys, do you see where the juice is at? I only started wearing this about three to 4 weeks ago. I also had a travel size of it in a 10 ml. I've finished that, and I'm on to this. I need 100 ml of this because this is a nice, easy reach. When I wore it to work, the person that was stocking our supplies room was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you got on, but whatever you wear, it smells amazing. I was like, okay, thank you. He said, it smells. And I was like, thank you. I didn't know you can still smell it. He said, yes, it's beautiful. You came into the room, and then when you left, it's still in here. I can smell it. I was like, okay, thank you. That's not the first time it's happened to me as well, wearing this perfume. And that's not after just having sprayed it or topping up or anything like that, where of course someone's going to get a fresh whiff of your perfume. This is after a while.
I was speaking about this fragrance so much, and I realized I didn't even mention what it smells like. It's sweet, it has bubblegum, jelly beans, caramel. Now I don't pick up the caramel, but I definitely pick up powderiness from the bubblegum. It just smells pretty sweet like candy. It actually reminds me of a bubblegum bubble bath, and there are only, I think, 2 other fragrances that I've ever mentioned that reminds me of that. I can only remember one off the top of my head, and that's Beyonce's Heat in Wild Orchid. This one is really, really pretty, and I just really like it. I really enjoy this fragrance. It's an easy reach. I don't have to overthink it, but I love this scent profile.
I love it, and I just think it smells really nice. I prefer this to the Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle. Even though that is nice, that one is deeper. For some reason, I can't remember all the compliments that I got with this, and that's because it's been recent and it's been so many that I thought I was gonna stay on this fragrance longer to tell you all the different ones, but for some reason it's gone out my head. But you know what? It is 5 o'clock in the morning. There's one last Kayali one that I'm gonna talk about before I talk about my ultimate always get a compliment fragrance, and that is the Yum Pistachio. My friend recently got married, and I put her onto this, and this was her scent of the day for her wedding. So you be the judge. My friend that recently had a baby as well, this is the only fragrance that she could tolerate around her. You know that pregnant women, they don't really like a lot of stuff when they're pregnant, and this is something that she complimented me on each time. I like smelling nice and fresh and clean, but I still need a little sweetness to my fragrances, and this gives me just that. It's sweet, it's powdery, but it also has that freshness because it has bergamot. I think it has lemon in there. Just things that brighten it up, but of course it has pistachio. I love the smell of pistachio. I love the taste of pistachio, whether it's ice cream, whether it's cake. Pistachio smells really nice. I like the nuts themselves, and this just smells really good. This is my go to bed scent, fresh out the shower scent, going to work scent, running errands scent. And also when I don't want to overthink what I'm wearing, but I just want to smell nice and clean, this is something that I put on. This is like elevated linen scent. Smells really, really good. Really, really good. Powdery and fluffiness. You definitely get that little powderiness, just like how you get the powderiness from a marshmallow when you open the bag and you get that whiff of sweet powderiness. That's what this comes off like. And it does have marshmallow and cotton candy in there as well. It's really nice. Well done. I always get compliments from this one, but this one is in very close proximity. I know a lot of times people want their fragrances to be powerhouse fragrances, but we've spoken about this before, and all of your fragrances don't have to be powerhouse fragrances unless that's the only time you're wearing fragrances. I am not that girl. I wear fragrance all the time. So all of my fragrances can't be oud and rum and all that stuff. I don't want to smell like I'm wearing perfume. I want to smell like that's how I naturally smell. Somebody should smell me and not know that I'm wearing perfume because they're not getting that alcohol smell, but you just smell really nice and soft and feminine, and it matches your whole look as well. It's a whole aesthetic. I feel like when you look good and you smell good as well, it just does something. It's like they expect you to smell nice because you look nice. And that's what I use my fragrances for.
I have to give this fragrance a shout out. You're probably not familiar with the brand Dialect Fragrances, but I actually was sent a few of their fragrances, Amber Infusion being one, and this is an inspiration to the Baccarat Rouge 540. Now I know we've spoken about this fragrance here on YouTube over and over. Not this particular one, of course, but the original Baccarat Rouge 540. And I just have to say, you guys just gotta get used to it. It's just one of those fragrances that does what it does. I just have to give this scent profile some love because it just doesn't fail me. I get compliments on every variation of this scent profile, and clearly that's because people just love it. I do know that there are a set of people that just hate it, my sister included. She doesn't like the original, nor does she like the extract version. I'm a Baccarat fanatic. I would have the original sitting there. Unfortunately, I only have the body oil bottle to show you guys, and that's because my original is basically finished and it didn't make any sense to move with a bottle that was basically empty to take up a lot of weight in my suitcases. So yeah, I just came here with the oil. But I also reminded myself, as much as I miss the original, I do have so many other fragrances that smell similar to the original with its own twist on it, and they do the job for me. I still need to get the original, of course, because nothing is still exactly the same. I also have the fragrance Cloud by Ariana Grande, but that one is also basically finished, so I didn't travel with that. I really enjoy the Zara Red Temptation if you're looking for a more affordable alternative. This is the winter version, and the only thing with this is the saffron in this is turned all the way up. For me, to my nose, it's a little stronger. Now, I love saffron, but I do find that this fragrance is more fitting for the winter, as its name suggests. And now living in a tropical country, I find that I'm not reaching for it as much. However, I actually wore this to work recently, and the compliment I got was borderline embarrassing because I was just put on the spot, and the person that gave me a compliment was making a whole scene about how good I smelled. She said, "Navadine, oh my gosh, what make you smell so good? You smell so good." And I said, "Thank you." And then she said, "Yeah man, you beard this morning." But when Jamaicans say that in the best way possible, you know, say your thing up. Whether you look nice, whether you smell good. When a Jamaican tell you, say, "Yeah man, you beard this morning," you know, say, "Yeah man, your thing up." This fragrance, the Dialect fragrance, and I would say this is the closest that I have to the original Baccarat. The saffron is not too potent, and it's also sweet enough like Baccarat. I haven't gotten a chance to wear my Burberry Her just yet, but as you can see, I have two of them here. The Burberry Hers version has the berries to it. It smells sweet, but I can definitely pick up the patchouli in there. Some people might not love the original Baccarat Rouge, but what is so funny is they might like other variations of it. The Ariana Grande version has the coconut to it. I couldn't do this video without mentioning the scent profile of Baccarat Rouge 540.
The last fragrance in my lineup, you should already know this was going to be in it because people talk about it all the time, but we are not lying. And that is Delina exclusive. This is powdery, fresh, it's sweet. I only have one teensy bit left, but every time I wear this, men, I wore this in a club before, and somebody was talking to me and he was like, "Oh my God, you smell good." And I was like, "Thank you." And he just kept going on and saying, "No man, whatever you want, yeah man, that smelled good." It was here in the Caribbean. I also wore this just last week to the Miss Universe Cayman Islands, and I hugged someone at the bar during intermission, and he was just being polite, saying hi to me because someone had introduced him to me, like, "This is my partner." And he hugged me, and then he said, "Ooh, you smell amazing." And I was like, "Thank you." So I always get compliments every time I wear this. This is powdery. This is sweet. This is not too sweet. It's girly. Oh, this smells so good. And it has that little bit of tartness in there to break up the sweetness. So it's not just a sweet perfume. This is very nice. For the girlies that haven't gotten into fragrances, I know this is very expensive, but they also do a little 30 ml now. This is so girly. I'm telling you, every time I wear this, somebody compliments me. I was going out for brunch once, and I've said this before in one of my videos, and the guy said to me, "What's the name of your perfume? Come and get me." Something like that. And I was like, no, and I laughed it off. But then the closer we got to the register, he said, "No, seriously, what's the name of your perfume? It must be called Come and Get Me, because, oh my goodness, it smells like it's just calling me." And I was just like, "It's called Delina exclusive." He was like, "What?" But anyway, you take it, he likes it. And every time I wear it, I get perfumes. So I need a new one. How do I get new perfumes if I want to re-up on my old perfumes? Because I'm still in love with them. I thought I would have gotten bored, but it's as though I have my staples now and they're finishing, and I want to try new stuff, but I also want to keep the old stuff. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, but you've sat and watched this video and you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.